All right, so the Hey Kids comics is a feature on Taylor Talks Comics where my son Riley gets to show off all the comics that he's into, and they're all appropriate for kids. So any of the Hey Kids comics playlist, those videos and comics are appropriate for children. Any of my other videos on my channel, I can't make that same guarantee. But yeah, we did Free Comic Book Day, and Riley wants to show off the stuff that he picked up.
Yeah, and before I show anything,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's Muncie Comic Con, May 11th, 2024. Me and my dad will not be there, because he works, but it is pretty cool. If you are into art, Baltazar and Franco from the Teen Titans videos I'm going to be doing in future
Tiny
episodes.
Titans. Yeah.
Tiny Titans. He will be there in 2025, but he will not be here in 2024. I am sorry.
But Muncie Comic Con is put on by All Yeah Comics, which is like the franchised comic book shops that Art Baltazar, I think, co-owns, maybe?
Yeah. But we got to go into Muncie on our Free Comic Book Day stuff, and it was a really cool shop. If you are a grown-up finding stuff, you may look at my dad's haul, and he talks really good about Muncie.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We went to 5 shops yesterday, though, and All Yeah Comics was one of them. And I think that's both of our favorite.
Yeah, mine is Toad's favorite because I'm not
I love that shop, too. There's so many cool things to find. But let's start off. So these are the Free Comic Book Day options you're going to start off with?
This one was a perfect one for me. I have not shown either one. Future one for definitely this, maybe this.
Yeah, can I just say that if there's any videos that you want Riley to do where he talks about any of these series or comics that we're showing off, put that in the comments, and then we'll do a future video on those.
Yeah, and we will try our best to shout your name out.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, and both these are series that you've read. Max Meow and Kitty the Cat.
This is the 4th one that's coming out, and this is the
5th or 6th? There's 5 there.
6.
Okay, book 6 coming 2025.
4th and 6, 25, 24. Fall.
So it's a story on the inside of here from that book 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was perfect for us. It mixes into
Oh, it has
both.
a crossover.
Oh, that's really cool.
Holy crossover, Batman.
I haven't even read this. So
maybe it's not even from those books. Maybe it's an exclusive story that you can only get here.
This one doesn't have a crossover, but this does.
I'm just saying I have a feeling Riley might be reading this tonight before bed.
Yeah, I totally am. But, yeah, so this I was perfect because I was really hoping to get this soon. It said 2024. I had no idea when it was coming out. All I knew was 2024. This, I had no idea it was coming out until Free Comic Book Day in 2024.
Yeah, so if you're a kid watching this and you're a fan of comics and you like Riley's recommendations, both of these get his stamp of approval. Yeah. Both those series.
Stamp.
All right, what we got here?
Young Jedi Adventures, which there is a show of Young Jedi. Plants vs. Zombies, I am not honestly...
There should be a show, but I don't think there is. But this is on Disney Plus, right?
Anyway, yeah.
Young Jedi Adventures.
And I've watched every single episode coming out so far. I haven't read this one. I've only read the next book we're showing preview. But I got this partly for this, but mostly for Plants vs. Zombies. I love reading them.
Oh, and we did a video on that too. Plants vs. Zombies comics.
Yeah.
The first Zomnibus.
Zomnibus.
So look at the Hey Kids Comics playlist if you want more information on those.
This I just said
This is one of the first ones you read. We got this at our first stop. I can tell because it says right there. And Riley read this in the car before we got to the next shop.
Yeah, so, it's really good. It's the 8th one. I have no idea. Don't ask me. But the book is supposed to look like this.
On the cover?
But this isn't. It doesn't have any color, same color things.
They probably just, they did a different cover for the Free Comic Book Day.
But this is basically about Mango and Brash finding the story is they have to go to this school that I don't know if it's spy school or not. I don't know. But Mango barely passed the school. They're middle schoolers. So they have to go back to school just to save this. I don't know why I'm saying this, but they've saved world people, like world lifesavers and stuff. But now in this one, they're saving a mascot.
From the
They're
school?
protecting a mascot. What is the problem?
Did we do a video on investigators?
No, but we are going to in the future.
Okay, so definitely stay tuned for that. This was from 2023. Some shops had some of the older stock, I guess. But
Don't know why. But it was from Hero House Comics.
That was a good shop too.
Yeah. It wasn't the best for me, but
Oh, really? I like that shop a lot.
this is the newer series that came out 2018, I think.
Oh, the cartoon and the comic series.
Yeah.
But this one, flip it over. TMNT Adventure, or Saturday Morning Adventures, I think is what this is based off of. And those are definitely kid appropriate. We should say, too, we didn't mention that. There's a color, I'll put on the screen right now. But there's a color coding around the words Free Comic Book Day, which indicate what age group
And if you see it on there, green is the most appropriate, all ages. Blue is teens, so depends. Red, if you're a kid, don't read it. That's what red means.
Without your parents' permission, at least, at the very least.
But I'm going to be showing some blue colors on here.
Just read those with parent discretion advised, I would say.
The Night Librarian. So I haven't read any except that.
Flip through this one. I want to see the
Investigators.
insides of this one.
This I haven't read.
Oh, it's like a two-color.
I just really like libraries, and it looked really, really cool.
It looks like a fun all-ages spooky comic, like spooky but for kids, like not too spooky.
And yeah, so, oh, I didn't even see this.
See, this is what the good thing about Free Comic Book Day too is they have a preview to the comic that you're reading, but also they'll have other things the publisher sells.
It says young adult.
Have you read any of these? Put this back down. Last Comics on Earth. You read that one?
Yeah, that one's not.
Oh, pause.
That's 7+.
I feel like you might have read
Pause.
that one.
Yeah, I read that one.
Okay. So Penguin Graphic is the imprint there. That looks kind of like Chris Eliopoulos, but it's not.
No,
artwork.
It's not.
Have you read that one? That looks familiar.
No.
Oh, that's Huda F. That sounds like a bad word, but that's a young adult. All right. Anyways, this looks really cool though. I'm curious to see if you like this one. There's a manga.
Splatoon 1 preview Splatlands already came out. Not gonna say anything more.
Did we do a video on Splatoon, the manga?
No.
Okay. I always forget what we did videos on. We need to do again. Comment down below if you want to see videos on things. But this has
We are going to do the Splatoon 3 not Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3 is just coming out. So once there's like 10 coming out, I might do a series on that. But
yeah, but again, if you comment down below if you want to see, yeah. This is a Pokemon Adventures also, which you've read some of those manga, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this kind. I've just read the Pokemon one. If you're familiar with it, I've read the one with red in it. I think
the character's name is Red.
Yeah. The 5th one, red and blue. And then I think it's green, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that series, if you're familiar with Pokemon manga...
One thing, can I just say, manga is, if you're not familiar with manga, that's why it looks like it's backwards, the way it's opening, because in Japan, they read their comics right to left, in their books, too.
Left to right. No, right to left.
Yeah. So you open it,
sorry.
you open what it feels like backwards, but it's not backwards for the Japanese crowd.
It might even...
And actually...
Hold on.
If you're probably it's always the first page on the other side until you're reading this backwards.
Well, it's also there's an extra part, so I want to show if it says it. No, it doesn't.
Okay. So you even read you're reading the pages like this page first and this page second, but you also read the panels.
It always has it.
It always feels backwards if you're only used to English, but it's also black and white, which is very similar to, or a lot of manga is also in black and white. Just if you're like wondering why it's not color and why is it backwards.
And also, if you can't read Japanese, I can't, so these come out a long time after the because Japanese books come out quick, like how fast English comics this come out, but it's hard to translate them, so it takes like 5 months for them to retranslate it.
So we're behind the Japanese releases.
Yeah.
All right.
So
here's the next one, which is a Brooklyn.
This one looked really cool. I mean, I don't know. It looks cool.
Just another one to try out.
Yeah. Which is, I like the
Asterix.
Asterix, I've never seen anything about this. I've been told it looks kind of cool.
It's a European comic. It has that kind of flavor of like Hergé's Tintin, but it's a little bit more goofy and comedic.
If you've seen Tintin.
But it's like kind of historical and gags about different places in the world and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with it, but
I Lie Popeye. My dad has read this, so I'm gonna let him talk more about it.
Oh, okay.
But he showed this on his, but it does say green on here, so it doesn't. My dad showed this, so that part of the video is appropriate, but
yeah. No, this is I Like Popeye. It's a new series. Popeye's been around for 95 years. You can see right here. Long-time character. But Massive is the imprint or the publisher publishing these new comics. And what Marcus Williams and Rodney Velchez and Alex Garcia wanted to do was have a brand new Popeye story for a new audience that's maybe into manga and anime. So he said that Dragon Ball Z and One Piece are his influences here. And you can see it's like just a giant fight comic, but age appropriate still if you're worried about your kids reading this or whatnot. And it has like these giant monsters you would see in like a One Piece comic, but it's still goofy little Popeye. And you just like all the speed lines. It definitely reads like a manga. Left to right though, so for the English crowd, opposite of what we just said about that one. It's just the art style is like a manga and panel layouts and whatnot. It ends on a cliffhanger, so you gotta read Popeye to pick up the rest of the story.
Anyway, if you went to Downtown Comics, they had this donation thing. We got
from the Circle City Ghostbusters.
Yeah. The 5th one that's coming out soon. And I spun and got a free comic and looked through for a few minutes and found this. My dad said it was appropriate. It's number 1. It's a trick or read, so this is definitely not Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, there's some sort of Halloween version of Free Comic Book Day that some shops do. I think there's isn't there a Netflix series based on this?
I have no idea.
I think there's a Godzilla Netflix series for kids.
I haven't seen it on kids, so it might not be.
Regardless, Riley's been getting kind of into Godzilla because he's awesome. Who doesn't love a giant dinosaur monster?
Oh
yeah, Godzilla and Power Rangers. The most colossal crossover of all time. Some Godzilla comics aren't appropriate, but this one definitely is for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the one that tricked us. You want to show this one off or do you want to keep going through these?
No.
Okay.
I'm showing these. This, of course, Comics, kind of like Muncie. It is, I bought it at Downtown Comics, if you can see. Seems like it's Archie because, first of all, Art Baltazar did Archie comics a long time ago. And
or at least a hardcover book. I don't know. We haven't figured that out yet.
We have, because we went to Muncie and there was only a small little spot where there was like 15 comics of Art Baltazar. The rest were different comics. Surprisingly, it is Comics' his own like publishing thing.
His own imprint. Yeah.
So that was weird, but it's still one of my favorite. And we didn't get this at it, but if you look on the inside right after we bought it, it's not.
So this was where it tricked us. So this was an Art Baltazar variant cover, which they do variant covers. That's a big thing in comics now.
And I guess I should have looked at
Right, there's a picture there, and it says Mark Waid and Fiona Staples. So this was just the Downtown Comics exclusive cover from Art Baltazar. The
Yeah.
inside is the Mark Waid, Fiona Staples.
So this might not
Archie
be
story.
appropriate a whole lot.
Yeah,
but
it does collect the original Archie #1 issue, I guess, if
Yeah.
you want to read that. But I don't know if it was made for a teen audience, but regardless, it's a cool cover.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna show off. These are
Oh, yeah.
these next ones are going to be blue.
Show them the title in there, where it's blue at.
So those, if you did see on the, when you clicked on it, it had blue because that's the one I mostly see. Anyway, this is
It's a
One Piece.
spin-off
So
story.
there's One Piece here, and then
I think right here. This is the story. Status Royale.
Status Royale, I guess. I don't know what that is.
But who'd you get this for?
I got this for my friend Nova, if you're watching. Hey.
Because he loves One Piece,
Hi,
right?
friend. Yeah, he loves watching it.
So again, free comic book day brings a lot of new comic readers in, new family, kids, and stuff.
Yeah.
The idea is to get more comic book readers out there. So I love the idea that Riley was getting some comics for his friends to hopefully make, again, more comic readers.
I only got this one because of Moon Girl.
We did do a video on that. Yeah.
Yes, we had done a video, one of our recent ones from time. But I didn't read it yet.
Again, these are the blue ones. They're recommended for teen audiences, but parent discretion advised. I flipped through some of these, and I'll read them before Riley reads them. I don't know that they're super inappropriate. Maybe some jokes. Definitely no pictures that I thought were inappropriate.
But this, I think, is only blue because of this part. This is, I'm pretty sure, all kids.
The Fan Club Batman Squad by Jim Benton.
Yeah.
What other comic did he do, you said?
Catwad.
Catwad. Okay.
I might do a video on that. Don't know.
Do you own those books, Catwad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 1 and 4.
Riley gets so many books from the library, sometimes I get confused what he owns
Yeah.
and what he doesn't own.
Clark and Lex, I have no idea.
It's a young ages graphic novel.
Never seen that.
Flip through the Jim Benton stuff, though, in the back. His art style is really cool.
Like, he loves, I just want to tell you, the artist, I don't know if that's Jim Benton.
Yeah.
Batman created, but I know, but it says by.
Well, that just says Bob Kane and Bill Finger because it has to, anytime there's a Batman story.
Anyway, I love his comics, not just for it, but he loves using lettering for anything.
Oh, that's great lettering right there.
I know, it's so cool.
I also love how you pointed that out. I'm getting Riley so deep in the woods of comic, or
Like,
the weeds of comics, that he's pointing out lettering.
When he screams, it's all letters. He's screaming. It's like huge.
That looks like Lizzie McGuire.
Just talking.
That's totally a Lizzie McGuire homage. You need to point that out to Mom.
Okay.
She loves Lizzie McGuire.
Disney, old Disney Saturday Night. But it's a really cool thing. I haven't read it yet. I love his lettering again. But yeah. So that's for this.
Barda, a character you're not familiar with yet, but you will be one day.
Tiny Titans, I have Little Barda.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that's the only reason I got this. Just saying. But yeah. So this is. What is her name?
Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness. But guess what? She's evil.
Yeah, she is. And there's Darkseid right there, who's also evil.
So that's just weird. Nothing more to say.
I'm excited for you to dive into the fourth world, even if it's through this story.
Barkham Asylum. I still don't know why this is.
Do you get the joke there?
No.
Because the jail that Batman sends all the bad guys to is called Arkham Asylum.
Oh.
So this dog, so it's Barkham Asylum.
Well, this is also a cat. But I think this is Joker's dog. I have no idea who this cat's.
But it is a good animal comic.
Yeah.
Though. You love your animal comics.
But they're just escaping from jail. That's all I know. Really.
Your artwork was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Jim Gordon.
Yay. One thing to tell you, I don't think I've ever told you that I have a fear of clowns.
Oh,
so
yes.
yeah.
Here's some other books they recommend though from this era, and you have that one.
I have this one.
You have that one.
I have that one. That one's Baltazar.
Have you read this one?
No, I have the free comic book day.
Let's do your
Superheroes, yeah. My buddy Killer Croc, I'm wanting to dive into that.
Teen Titans Go to Camp. You read the Go to Library, didn't you?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of that a whole lot.
I wish there was a preview to this series. I think you'd like this one.
I think I've read one whole comic of that. Not a whole lot. Diana and the Hero's Journey, I guess.
Do you know who that's about?
Huh?
Do you know who Diana is?
The Wonder Woman.
Okay, good. Just testing you.
Don't know who this is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Before I go dive into any bought books.
Well, that's free.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to show this movie poster that I found. It is for Ultraman Rising, coming out in 2024. Haven't said anything about the date or day, month, anything. But
Riley pays attention to when Netflix says things are coming out, and he's been waiting for this one to come out.
Yeah, it seems really cool.
Ultraman is awesome. I'm hoping that it's kid appropriate. I should look that up. It looks like it though. It's got this cute little guy in
Yeah, but he's actually huge. He's like Godzilla.
Well, so is Ultraman.
I know. When he puts a suit on, he gets huge. Have never seen
How do you
this
know
guy.
that? Did you watch the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know a little bit about Ultraman then?
And yeah, he's a baseball player.
All right, let's take these off.
Right?
I think so. All right, do you want to show this one off first?
Yeah. No, I'm going to show that later. This Splatoon 3, I didn't say anything more because I have the book. I got this before I got the free comic book day. Anyway, I read this before we even got to the third one, I think.
Or the second? I don't know. You read it really fast. We got this at our first stop.
Yeah. This one is number 1. If I told you there's another series named Splatoon, that's a whole different series. But it's good to jump in here if you are new to Splatoon.
Manga. I have a quick question though. The first manga series is just Splatoon. There's no number to it.
No.
Not even number 2.
No.
That's confusing.
It's Splatoon and then Splatoon 3. So they don't even have Splatoon 1 or Splatoon 2. I'm pretty sure they only did Splatoon 3.
And how many volumes was that? Was it 14 or 15?
I think it was 19.
It was in the teens.
Yeah.
And Riley read all those.
Late teens.
And we found out the continuation is going to be Splatoon 3 Splatlands.
No, we only knew Splatoon, and I didn't know it was supposed to be 3 until 3 months before. And then I didn't know it was Splatlands until the day I got it.
So we went to our first stop. They had this manga. Riley was super stoked.
I was so
it's a series that he wanted
stoked,
to.
Yeah.
He loves the series.
I love it. I've been waiting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Riley. I think did you read the manga and enjoy that before you even played the game?
Yeah.
And then you wanted to play the game afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
was a manga you picked up at our library though.
Once. Yeah. I told my friend Nova, if you're watching still, that he should read it. It's a little inappropriate. Just because it has...
Oh, yeah. Again, parent discretion. Riley showed this to me because he thought he was afraid it was something he shouldn't be reading, but... Is it in this one, too?
Yeah.
Okay. But, I mean, it's kind of goofy humor. It's not really anything that his mom and I are worried about. But, again, I think we have one video on Hey Kids Comics about the Kirby manga. I think it's the only manga we've covered so far. But it does read right to left, just like the other manga we talked about.
It was my very first episode.
What he's trying to look for, I think it shows a character where he's like covered up, but he's not wearing clothes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's covered up. There's nothing, like, you can't see anything, but he is naked. I don't know. If that, as a parent, it's your choice.
This, I thought it was named Robots, but really, it was named Robots. The complete collection.
Riley loves robots, though, so any stories with robots he's into.
I've never read this either.
I love the idea of this, that you picked this out, because a lot of the things that you picked out, you were familiar with either the writer or the character. This was a whole new thing that you've never read before.
Yeah.
You don't know the writers or artists, so it's another thing.
I should not know. I'm pretty sure.
So then you dive into this and you try out something else.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris Samney. He's an artist that I like a lot. He did there's an all ages appropriate comic I've been wanting to read with you, Jonah and the Impossible Monsters. He also did the cover of Johnny Quest that I showed off in my video. But he blurbed it. He has nothing to do with the comic.
So my dad has these Melvin Monster stuff. I will be showing that in a very soon future episode.
I'm so proud that you want to show those off. Do you remember the cartoonist's name? John Stanley.
Yes. And it's Little Lulu. Sadly, we couldn't get number 1. The lowest they had was number 7 that we knew of.
These are way out of print, though. Dark Horse printed these off in the early 2000s.
And we found this in...
Downtown? No. Comic Carnival. It's Comic Carnival.
The one with the long line.
Downtown Comics. But this is Comic Carnival, I thought.
Anyway.
Regardless. John Stanley is a golden age cartoonist that did stuff back in the 40s, 50s, 60s.
My dad.
And this actually Marge's Little Lulu. John Stanley did not create Little Lulu, but he had a long history doing these comics.
And if you ever read these Tubby.
It's this character right here.
John Stanley actually created him, right?
I think so. But John Stanley's an amazing cartoonist. He has, like, especially at the...
my favorite out of all of them, before I even get to the future episode, my favorite is Melvin the Monster.
Oh, Melvin Monster's great. But this...
He's just a silly monster.
It just has, like, fun cartooning with the characters are always in movement, and they're just, like, hilarious little gags. Like, I love that Riley got into him, too, because... Bless you.
Thank you.
I love Golden Age comics, so the fact that my son was reading them is great.
I've read so far is Tubby all the way through, Melvin all the way through of what my dad has.
And then Nancy.
And Nancy, I haven't even finished the number 1 of that.
Mm-hmm.
I started and then I got carried away.
So this will be the first time him diving into Little Lulu.
I will show this next one in another episode because I said I would do a follow-up of it. Just in case you know, Pup Detectives, number 8. I haven't shown my other one, I don't think, but I did get the number 9 that came out. This I got from the library at first. I really liked it. I just didn't know till it was at the library, so I didn't have time to get it.
We did a video on volumes 1 through 7, which you can check out in the Hey Kids Comics playlist. This is volume 8. You checked it out at the library, like you said.
And then I'm going to do 8 and 9 next.
Yeah.
So that will be in another soon future episode. Now, before I get to any of the rest, these are all from, what is it?
Comics?
Yeah, not Hey Kids Comics.
Comics.
Yeah. All Yeah Comics, and they had an exclusive stuffy for Free Comic Book Day there. His very own second character that he ever made, I'm pretty sure. Have to look that up. Action Cat.
It's only $5 for the stuffy. Yeah. It's awesome.
I'm sad that I don't think they're ever going to sell this again. They might, because when I bought this, which was like 4:45, they would close at 5 at that time. They had like a load of them.
Yeah, so there's probably still some there.
Yeah, so there's probably a lot there. So
I'd be even willing to bet that they probably have them at Muncie Comic Con.
Yeah. Well,
no guarantee on that, but possible.
Yeah.
But show them the character here.
Hey, hold on.
Okay.
This is Action Cat. Sadly, it did not come with his sidekick, a bug. But anyway, yeah, that's him. He has a detachable cape, not mask, sewed on there. But that's it for him.
Sorry, I was reading that.
Sorry. Well, it's okay. All Yeah Comics, that's what his logo is. It has him, literally. Don't ask why he has crazy eyes. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
He loves
I didn't sew it, but I still love it. And that's his logo. So, yeah.
I want to say, too, I forget her name, but the lady that runs All Yeah Comics in Muncie, is such a sweet lady, and every time
Yeah.
Riley's there,
She's really nice. And
so nice to Riley and helpful.
She keeps saying that Art Baltazar is a really good guy, so...
Oh, yeah, she swears that Art Baltazar is a great guy, which Riley wants to meet Art Baltazar so badly.
I
will
know.
one day.
And I will next year for free comic... Or
But
Muncie
highest
Comic-Con.
recommendation for All Yeah Comics, as far as, like, if you're a parent wanting to take a kid into a comic book shop, take him to All Yeah Comics.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough.
It's in Muncie. That's the good one. I don't know about the one in
Skokie, Illinois.
He will not be in Muncie Comic-Con. I was going to say something else. Because he is on a tour. So that was sad. But I suggest you go to Muncie too, because it's only $10 each person, 12 the day of the show. So that...
The kids 10 or under are?
Free.
Yeah.
So I only get one more day free. Or one more year, because I'm 9. So
yeah, so next
great.
year we'll have to pay for
Yay.
it. So Meteorite, what is this?
Meteorite. It is a more than one issue. I don't know why this worm is on there. And
sometimes on single issues, you just do cool art on the back.
Well, I think... I don't know.
There's art right there. Oh, and right there.
Yeah, he likes to draw himself crazy. I don't want to show this.
Why? Oh, because they're kissing?
Well,
oh, come on. But this is All Yeah Comics. These are his own creator-owned comics.
It showed his second one as a...
Oh, his rough draft?
Yeah, it's not a real rough draft. It's just a picture.
Oh, there's wrestling in this?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to read this comic now.
Okay. But basically, it's about this guy that... Well, he does have a worm in here.
Yeah, see? That's weird.
But it's just this meteorite that... this is... real confused. Okay, let's take it back to the beginning, because this is the very first issue, and it just shows up with this thing, and it says when we last left our hero. Kind of confusing.
Throws you right in the middle of it.
But also in manga, when it restarts, like it's a second series, like Splatoon 3, it starts off way so good, so you can just jump right in. Anyway, this is not like that at all. And then it says confused. Okay, let's take it back to the beginning. So it's just this fight kind of starting. And he's right here. Anyway, he
Is he a superhero from another planet?
No, he just gets touches this crystal and becomes a superhero.
Oh, that's awesome.
So he does.
I did note here in the beginning they show off the other shops. It says there's one in New York also.
Oh.
Which we should have gone when we went to New York. But Harrison, New York, I don't know if that's close to New York City. But there's 3 locations: Muncie, Skokie, Illinois, and Harrison, New York.
Yeah. So he's probably going to Harrison for
the book tour he's on.
Yeah.
Which is the next one.
Hey, I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
But he just gets these powers, and then this worm, that's his friend, he said, I'm telling you, the crystals gave me powers too. Are you sure? For real, check it out. Bend, bend, bend. I can bend into any shape. I don't think those are superpowers. So it's just them talking about it. I don't know who these two are.
Oh, I know who those are. Oh, man. That's
I was about to ask.
That's Christopher Daniels and Kazarian. The Addiction. Those are 2
but it says
actual wrestlers.
Don't superheroes become wrestlers first? Wrestlers? Yeah, just like a wrestling arachnid. He started...
Spider-Man.
Anyway.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Those guys right there. Christopher Daniels. He has that tattoo on his chest. That's Kazarian. Who's this guy?
I don't know.
I'm trying to see. There's probably someone else.
And then there's a bear.
Kaz.
And
Christopher
this
Daniels.
guy.
Trying to see if there's any other ones. Okay, sorry. I'm just marking out over here for the wrestling fans.
But this is another wrestler, fake wrestler. And they become in this one, and it was actually his. It is Lizwardo. So his name is Lizwardo, and he's been fighting them, and they fight. But then he's by him, and then he's so it just turns into a tag team match. Frog Splash Dash, he went out.
If you're a wrestling fan, you're getting these references. This is great.
And then he comes in and arm wrist and picks him up and throws him down. So then he just becomes a wrestler. and then
I want to read more of these
Yeah.
media my comics. This is awesome.
so that was cool. This just came out.
This is what he's on tour for right now.
Cat Out of Water. It is a
Dr. Seuss graphic novel.
yeah. The boy and girl, I forget their names.
From
Sorry.
Cat in the Hat.
Cat
Do they
in
even
the
have
Hat.
names in this?
Yeah.
Cat in the Hat?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. This I got it for. It says the Grinch takes a vacation, so he's gonna make another one, and it says 9/24. So,
Actually, wait. It doesn't look like that's Art Baltazar. It looks like Katie Van Dorn is doing that one. So the next Dr. Seuss graphic novel is The Grinch Takes a Vacation by Katie Van Dorn.
Anyway,
Riley read this one already too.
yeah.
The great thing is we're driving all over the state, going to the different comic book shops, and Riley was reading his comics as we were going through them, which is, as a parent, just amazing.
Yeah, this is really cool. I really liked it. Suggest it. Kind of looks like the first Cat in the Hat. Honestly.
Oh.
Like the spine.
Oh yeah.
I don't
You put it back in
know.
there?
But it says 9/24, so that's coming in soon. These next two, which I'm going to show both at the same time, are nothing we've ever seen until the day we got them. Gilbert and Yachts.
The great thing about Art Baltazar, I'll just
Yogs.
say real fast, is that he's done Tiny Titans is probably what he's most famous for. Which is the DC
or
property.
Patrick the Wolf Boy, another series of him.
Yeah, it's probably Tiny Titans. Tiny Titans is what he's most famous for, though. But he does all his own creator-owned comics, which are what these are.
Yeah.
And so is All Yeah
These
Comics.
are both by
He's done so
Paper
many
Cuts.
things. Now he's doing Dr. Seuss stuff. He's done Hellboy. We've done that one.
Yeah.
We talked about that one. The
Little
Mask.
itty bitty Hellboy.
Yeah. He's done so many things.
And Hellboy is appropriate. You can say it. I'm a 9-year-old saying Hellboy. It's,
Well, again, parents. Some
yeah.
parents might not care, but his parents don't care.
Anyway, this is Island.
Did you read both of these
Yeah.
in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember you read Gilbert, but
To my opinion, I like Gilbert better. When you clicked on it, he was on it.
on the thumbnail.
So, this is actually the picture I used to, and I erased all the other stuff, so it was just Gilbert.
All of the
and
Hey
his
Kids
name.
comics thumbnails are done by Riley. I always
Except the first one.
okay,
The Kirby manga.
okay, but I always give credit to Riley in the in the description and stuff. The art by Riley, but he did this one. This one is a volume 4 though, and Riley said he
Yeah.
still really enjoyed it.
I still didn't care. You can jump right in. Most of his comics you can just jump right in. Even the next one, the rest of these, which is only 2 more after this. That one is about his. Can I have it? Actually, this guy and his friend, which is Orange, and he finds his mother is having a baby, and once every other time, I think there's a maybe it's every 1,000 years or something. But every other whatever, there's one rarer than him, and they're called orange turtles. All the way orange must be the rarest, right? Confusing. So when we finally find and see the baby, they are, sorry.
Okay, let's try to make sure it's on camera.
Purple, rarest orange, turtle. Makes no sense. I still like it though. It was really good. My preference, I really like this one. But yeah, so this is my favorite out of these two. Yes. I don't think I might have finished this all the way. Hold on. Can I see this? No. I didn't finish this all the way, but I did read it mostly. But it is about this guy that has a kid, and it's a half Yogis, I don't know.
Yes.
And half Cray, and he looks, so this is what Yogis look like, and this is what a Cray it looks like. Sorry.
You're fine. Just make sure it's on camera.
Yogis, Cray, and when he was older, he becomes this guy with, oh, this is a perfect picture. With this little pink part of what Yogis have, but the rest looked like him, the Cray. So that's something. And it's just about him creating it. I didn't finish it all the way through, so that's all I know about it.
It's like a fun adventure comic.
Those two are both by Paper Cuts publisher.
They do a lot of kids comics. They did the Asterix comics that we talked about earlier.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Anyway, the next one is, I'm pretty sure, his very first comic ever made. Patrick the Wolf Boy. Patrick the Wolf Boy.
Giant size collection, volumes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
I don't like how he copied it for both. I wish he did.
I think these are self-published though, so they're probably just like the easiest way to do it. I don't know.
These were both by Blind Wolf.
I think this is out. Like I'm sure if you looked in the
I've only started this one. I haven't even finished this. So.
But they are in black and white, which is different than most art Baltazar.
And soon, hopefully, I'm going to get one like my dad's, but with Patrick the Wolf Boy.
Oh, the background here?
Yeah. So I'm going to cut out a bunch like this and then
Might be able to just print them off.
put this on. But yeah, so that's just something. These were really good. It's just, funny things where I think, which is confusing because, like, this is night, but he's not wolf. It says, Night by Wolf. He looks like a vampire, then he becomes a wolf.
It's like a little kid's monster comic, though. It kind of reminds me of the
Yeah.
same vein as the aforementioned
be-
Melvin Monster.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chewbacca and Boba Fett in this one.
We don't know if it is supposed to be, but it's opposite of Charlie Brown colors. So.
I think it's a loving homage, probably to Charlie Brown.
But the first, like, thing in here, is, and there's a lot of them in this one. Thank you, Nivi, or I don't know. I might have butchered that. Thank you, Billy. Thank you. I don't
Therese?
know. Anyway, Patrick, you're supposed to bring an apple. Thank you, Patrick. It's an apple in the skull.
So these one-page gag strips.
And then
Riley did a one-page gag strip recently. He's going to be a published cartoonist soon.
And I hope to show that.
Oh, we're definitely going to do a Hey Kids Comics video on that comic.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Yvette. Patrick, that's not very smart of you. Abnormal. I think that's a brain.
Yeah, it's a brain.
And then, thank you, Patrick. He just put glasses.
You watched Young Frankenstein with me. Don't you remember the joke, Abby Normal?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe let's watch it again.
Then the next one is, thank you, Levi. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kelly. Patrick, that's not very appropriate. Squeak. Bite, chomp, chomp, chew. Thank you, Patrick. That's just creepy. Anyway.
It's a kid's monster comic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But did you say this is some of the earliest art Baltazar work?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the very first. We're gonna have to look that up. But that is all for my haul. I really liked each and every book of it. So,
again, comment down below if you want us to cover any of them in a future video. And subscribe if you haven't already. And anything else you want to
say? Give a comment down below if you want a book. Just to remind you.
Us to cover a book.
Yeah.
Have a great day.